Blake Cousins. Welcome back, everybody. We're live, third phase of Moon. And it's been a busy week. If you've noticed right here at third phase of Moon, I've been doing a lot of interviews lately and doing some myself. People asking me questions. I've been recently featured on Kyle's channel, UFO Proof. Yeah, that's right. It's quite interesting. And you could take a look at that. And it was an interesting show. So Kyle shared us some information in regards to a moon anomaly we recently posted on third phase of Moon in regards to a UFO tower on the moon, approximately 2 miles to 3 miles high. And Kyle was saying that it was covered up on Google Earth. We put this up, and Google Moon. We put this up on our third phase of Moon channel. We wanted to get the people, figuring out if this was anomaly is still there or not, or was it scrubbed? Are they trying to cover things up? Is Google Earth trying to cover things up? There's a big question out there. I know for a fact they do. We have a lot of UFO sightings submitted to us via Google Earth, and they're mysteriously, they disappear sometimes. People come back and say, hey, it's not there. It's not there. I go and investigate myself, and it's gone. It's gone. But in this case of the moon and the tower, it's still there, people. It's still there. There was just a technical little fact that Kyle missed in regards to pressing the button on the terrain mode via Google Moon. And so, yeah, I wanted to give Kyle a thanks for his update on his channel in regards to the mystery of the tower. It's still there, and he confirmed through his friends and our sources. We reached out to the public to ask it. Yep, we figured it out, and Kyle posted it up in his channel. Thanks, Kyle. And hopefully we could get some more collaboration going soon, because there are mysteries out there. I spoke to Corey Good. That was a big interview as well. Corey Good told me about his trip to the Antarctica, his MyLab experimental program that he was part of, what these cities look like in Antarctica. Is quite amazing. If you believe what Corey Good's telling us, then it's big. It's very big news. So I spoke to Dr. Michael Sala. He interviewed Corey Good and hung out with him for over 4 hours. That's right, 4 hours of insight from Corey Good. I wanted to pick Michael Sala's brain to see where he thinks, in his mind, what does he think of Corey Good? Is his story legit? And Michael Sala says it seems legit. It seems like it's very genuine. And I want proof. So next time I get Corey Good and Dr. Michael Sala on the show, I'm going to ask him, can we get something that's going to shock the world and really get disclosure happening? And apparently, according to Corey Good, it's maybe not such a good idea, but hey, that's not, I don't want anybody's word for that. I just want it. How about you guys? Do you want disclosure? Let's get it. Now, if you've got a UFO sighting and you want to share tonight, we're going to be taking calls from the public. Press number 1 on the keypad, and we'll get to you right away. I just want to hear your UFO sightings tonight. So, again, just press number 1 on your keypad device, whatever phone device you're using, and we'll get to you. This is Third Phase of Moon. We'll be right back. Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins. Let's do this. We're going to get to the callers. Again, the numbers to call in, 347-934-0378. Press number 1 on your device, and you'll be taken to the top of the call list if you got something you want to share to the world in regards to the UFO phenomenon happening right now. Let's go to area code 661. You there?
Hello?
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 All right, there's some bad audio there. Bad audio. Can't hear them. So we'll go to the next caller. Let's bring him in. Area code 917. Welcome to the show. You're live.
Hey, how you doing? Hello?
Welcome to the show. Doing great. So you got something you want to share to the world? Where are you calling in from?
Oh, I'm calling in from Harlem, New York City.
Wow.
Hello?
Awesome. Yeah, Harlem, New York City, sir. Yeah, let's hear it. You got something you want to share? I want to get down to
Oh
it.
yeah, I've been seeing what you would call UFOs for all my life. So the biggest one I saw was recently last year upstate in Albany. It took up.
What do these UFOs look like? Well, are they following you around?
Like, do they? Well, I guess they are because they're always appearing every couple of years. I would see them. So I guess they are following me around. And one time I saw one by the Empire State Building, and I looked around at people next to me, and no one could see it but me. And the lady that I was with at the time. It was amazing.
Okay, so let me get this right. There's a sighting by the Empire State Building. You're witnessing this, but nobody else is. That must be frustrating.
Yeah, just except the lady that I was with at the time. So my girlfriend at the time, it was just us two, and we were looking around at everybody else to see if they were seeing what we were seeing. We even, made some noise, and they didn't acknowledge. It was amazing.
Okay, well, at least your girlfriend saw it. That's important. So what's amazing, so you're trying to get people, not everybody in New York says hi to each other, I guess. I've never been there. Is that how it goes? Why can't nobody wants to?
Not necessarily, because, New York City is the tourist capital of the world, so you got people from all over, especially in Times Square and the World Trade Center and Empire State Building areas, Herald Square, so it's not really based on that. New Yorkers that are used to being in New York maybe be like that.
Sure. Yeah, I got you. It's a busy city, and people got to get to their destination pretty quickly. But yeah, let me ask you. So you and your girlfriend, you're trying to get other people to notice this object next to the Empire State Building. Now, was this in broad daylight?
No, it was like the break of dawn.
Now, what did it exactly look like?
Oh, it was like a diamond shape, and it was like lights on each side. One was purple, one was green. It was like green and purple.
Yeah, but I get these kind of videos all the time, no doubt about it. And it sounds like you saw something. What's weird, though, is you get out, you're seeing this thing, and you're trying to get other people to look at it. And let me tell you, it happens all the time. People could care less of what's above them. They're looking down at their iPads or doing their own thing and say, well, I got other things to do than look up in the sky and see a UFO extraterrestrial. I just don't understand that mindset for people. But let's get to another caller. Appreciate it. All right, let's go to area code 424. You're live. You're on the show.
Hey, what's going on, Blake? How you been?
Doing good. You got something you want to share to the world tonight? Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't seen any UFOs lately. I've seen them in the past. I've been on your show before. I live out here in Los Angeles, California. But what is pretty fascinating to me is that they're still pushing out all these Hollywood blockbuster sci-fi films, and it's like they're all preparing us for something. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I just watched Skull Island, Kong Skull Island, and let me tell you, it's pretty good. But it's interesting. They're bringing up the Hollow Earth. Their whole script is behind Hollow Earth, the Hollow Earth theory, saying that there's mystical creatures that live within there, and this is possibly where Kong came from. I think this is coming. This is just straight out of Corey Good's kind of testimony in a way. Right,
definitely, and I feel like that story is really starting to take light now, and they're kind of. I think soft disclosure is really.
Well, let me ask, and I want to ask the people about this too, because Hollow Earth is Hollow Earth is on the conscience of people around the world right now more than ever, it seems, and they're wondering, is there like a massive subterranean cities and space and other civilizations that live beneath the crust of the Earth. It sounds like it's possible. The Earth is pretty big. But these are only theories. I want to get real evidence. There's been a lot of evidence coming in via Google Earth, and there's a lot of mystery behind the big leaders of our world visiting the Antarctica all of a sudden. Apparently, Donald Trump has just recently visited there, according to Good, and this is what Michael Sala was kind of confirming in a way. What's going on? Is there a hollow Earth? I got a feeling there are massive subterranean space that could house a massive civilization. It's just, have we been there? Will we find it? All right. Hey, appreciate the call in. Let's go to area code 276. 276, you made it. How you doing?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Gotcha loud and clear. Where are you calling in from? You got something you want to share tonight? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling in from Bassett, Virginia. Yeah, I've been watching the ISS cams a lot, the ISS feeds and stuff like that and everything, and I've seen things on there and everything, and then NASA will cut the feed, and I've actually captured a bunch of pictures. Like I'll capture like 5 or 6 pictures in a row before they'll cut the feed, and I was wondering how to get those on your show.
Well, so you've got some ISS footage that you want to share with us. The best, have you captured it? How did you?
Pictures. You know how you know how when you download the app you can take pictures and stuff and everything.
All right, I just want to make sure. How is the quality? Is it high res? Is it going to be good, or is it shooting off your screen?
Yeah, they're great. I mean,
sure. What I would suggest is if you got some ISS footage you want to see, it's basically, it's okay to upload that up on your YouTube channel because it is ISS footage paid by NASA, and NASA is basically owned by us, the people, and it's free to the people to share. So if you got something that NASA put up and you think it looks suspicious, what I want you to do, and everybody else out there in the world, listen up, record it via, capture, record of your screen. The best thing to do is get the original source, upload it, and then send it to my link. Upload it to YouTube and copy paste that link to my emails. Pretty simple stuff. I love checking out ISS footage. All right, more callers. 239. You made it. You're live on the show. How you doing?
Hey, Blake. How's it going?
Doing good. Doing good, man. Oh, yeah. I got you.
Right.
I got you loud and clear. Yep. How you doing?
All right. Pretty good. Doing all right. No, just one thing. I've been watching your channel for a long time. Other channels like yours, like Secure Team 10. I've been following the whole disclosure movement and all that. And, one thing I've been wanting to try to get off my chest. So, maybe somebody else thinks like me. But what I see in the whole disclosure movement is that there seems like there's little sub factions. There's like Corey Good and Bruce Wilcox and the Sphere Being Alliance and all that. And then you have Dr. Stephen Greer, and he has his information, and I just think it's a little, willy-nilly. It's like everyone's everywhere, and I think that we need to somehow combine it all somehow.
Well, I do understand where you're coming from because. Yeah, some of these claims are quite fantastic, and some of them are going in different tangents because, Dr. Greer says that alien abduction doesn't exist. It's basically military abduction, and what we're seeing are genetically engineered humans to look like aliens. And I thought that was quite interesting. I called him out on it, and then the story kind of changed. But then you just, you know, you got to say, Dr. Greer has some things too that are quite interesting. Good videos. Some of his, I think it's the C5, whatever, how he summons his UFOs. You know, it's kind of cool. And then a lot of inside information. But again, where is this information coming from? Is it legit? And Corey Goods got. I'd like to see more from Dr. Greer. The Atacama alien didn't pan out the way we would have liked, I thought. But then I would have liked to also see Corey Goods been to a lot of places, and I want to see some tangible evidence or some videos that would rock the world.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got against the Corey Good thing. It's just like it seems like just his story, you know. Whereas to Stephen Greer, he's more interested in the, okay, you know, you were in these projects, you have military background, you have, you know, hard evidence, you know, and when it comes to something like this, that's what you need. You can't just go off of a person's, you know. It's just,
you know, there is a certain thing behind that, because that's why we do our radio show, because testimony via the radio is all you got, and it's your voice and how you explain your story. And in a lot of sense, I've come across a lot of people on this show that seem very genuine, and then they back up what they say, and that's quite interesting. But again, you do have to take one's word for what they're saying. You just got to be your own judge as well, too. You got to make up your own mind. Is this legit? Because in the court of law, eyewitness or just testimony, it works. That's the way our justice system works. So you almost got to take one's testimony if they seem like you could ask them any question they want, and they're ready to tell it to you. It's
yeah, and also the thing I like about Stephen Greer is, you know, he does these CE5 sessions with groups of people, you know, and you know, that right there, when you're with groups of people, and you have it on video with groups of people, you know, that's kind of hard to be like, well, that looks like BS, you know. And I've had my own experience. That's how I personally discovered Stephen Greer. I had a experience here in Naples, Florida, on the beach with a girlfriend of mine. And, you know, it was about probably June 2014, where we went to a nice dinner, me and her, and we're getting ready to walk off the beach. And as we're still kind of looking at the stars. We were just talking about aliens too. And, you know, I asked her what she thought about them. She's like, I don't disbelieve it, but I think I'd have to see it. And not but 2-3 minutes after that, I'm like, all right, well, let's just call it a night. And we were just walking off the beach. And I see this little point of light, and it looked like a star at first glance. And then I saw it slowly dropping, and it was probably about 1,500 feet from, like, up in the air, and maybe about 1,500 feet, like, into the ocean. And we're standing right there at the shoreline. It was a very clear night. It was like about a 3/4 moon, so there was still light. And this thing dropped down. It stopped just above the water line, like probably 2 feet above the water. And we're sitting there, and we started watching it dropping. I'm like, look at this thing. I'm pointing at it. I'm like, look at the stars in the background. They're not moving. This thing is dropping down slowly, and then stops. And then once it stopped there for a second, and then this thing split into 2 orbs, like right in front of our eyes. And it was just sitting there, and they just sat there. And then each of the orbs took turns coming in, and as it came into us, like it was coming towards us at the beach, and meanwhile the one that split stayed back to where they originally split, and then one would come in, and as it came in, it would dim out, almost like a dimmer switch, And at its closest approach, it was like, dude, we were like probably 6 to 7 feet from it. I mean, we're at the edge of the beach, and this thing was in front of us, like right where the waves were breaking. So probably maybe 6 feet at its closest approach. And then it sat there for a second, and then it pulled back. And as it pulled back, it dimmed back up, you know, and it like turned whatever light or whatever makes it glow. And it went back to the other, where the other sphere was. And then the other sphere came, or orb or Foo Fighter or whatever, came in, and these things were like checking us out. Like, it totally felt like there was just like, okay, you know, here we are, hello, you know. It was the oddest thing. And they each took turns doing this twice. They did this twice. The whole thing probably lasted about 20 minutes, the whole encounter. And it was, dude, it changed my life forever. I mean, it was just
Now, hold on a second. You know what? You're telling me this story. I don't believe one single word you're saying. No, I'm kidding. That's my whole point. Your testimony was excellent. And what you're telling to me over this radio show, and it's just your testimony, man, I'm not going to call you out and say you're lying, because to me, I'm 100%, I 100% believe you.
Right. Well, what happened? So then, like, after this experience, I was like searching the internet. I'm like, who else saw this? Who else? I mean, who has seen these things? I'm like, somebody else had to have seen this, you know? And I was looking, and then I saw and this is how I discovered Dr. Stephen Greer, actually, like on, you know, how it shows that clip picture on YouTube of, you know, one screenshot in the video. And it was a picture of these two orbs above the waterline in Vero Beach, exactly spaced apart, exactly what we saw here in Naples, Florida, me and my friend Alexis. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh my God.
I remember, actually, I remember that video. And so it sounds exactly like what you're explaining. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing video that was captured by Dr. Greer and his group. They were all there. They're all witnessing this. And I've spoke to Dr. Greer approximately 5 or 6 times on the show, and a few times behind the scenes. And yeah, I want to get him back. And why not? I'll do it, because people have been talking about him. And why not get Dr. Greer on again? Because I'm sure he's got some new insight of what's going to be happening in 2017. There's a lot of callers building up. We're going to get to it. Stand by. This is Blake Cousins, Friday night, Third Phase of Moon. Late Cousins. Welcome back, everybody. Let's get to the callers right now. 540. Thanks for joining us. You're live.
Hey, Blake, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you loud and clear. How you doing? Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Virginia. I called you, I believe it was last Friday's show about the Antarctica situation.
Okay, yeah. Let's get down to it because it's a heavy subject matter. So, what do you think? There's a hollow Earth entrance in Antarctica, or is this all being blown up out of nowhere, and it's just all speculation?
Well, I'm kind of at a standstill at this point. I've been trying to research everything on it, and I can't. But I didn't really call into the show about that. When I was telling you a little bit about my visitation, I want to go into a little bit more about some of my visitations, if that's possible.
Yeah. Let's get to it. Let's inform our listeners very quickly when and where this visitation happened. How old were you? And then let's get on with it. It sounds great. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Ain't no problem. Well, it started when I was 5 years old. Well, what happened was when it started, me and my oldest brother, we were outside and we was playing or whatnot, and we seen these strange glowing lights in the sky. And we had flashlights. And he ended up shining a flashlight up in the sky, and that's basically how it all started. But I want to go on one that happened about 7 years ago after the visit. After I was visited / abducted, I ended up gaining a tumor on top of my brain. And I ended up getting like these weird headaches and dreams and stuff. And I went into the doctor, and they did an X-ray, and I had this weird small metallic thing sitting just below my skull. It almost looked like a little capsule. Yes.
Yeah, alien implant. That's visitations and alien implants. Dr. Roger Lear, the late Dr. Roger Lear, removed, I think, 17 of them, and he explained to us that everybody that came to him had an abduction or encounter experience right before their implant was discovered. Go ahead.
Well, the thing is, right before I had the X-ray, I had a rare form of, I was diagnosed with a rare form of brain cancer. And they went in and they did the X-ray to see where it was actually at, because they think that tumor, it was built up in the form of a tumor. But when they did the X-ray, it showed like a little capsule thing on the inside. So what they did was they did a surgery. I had to perform undergo, basically, I want to basically say a brain surgery, but it wasn't brain surgery. So what they did was they took out a piece of my skull. I got the mark on top of my head from where they did the surgery, but they took out a piece of my skull and they went down in there and they tried to remove it. Well, when they tried to remove it, it basically melted away. And so that was a lot of it. And, it was kind of odd because about 2 weeks before I was diagnosed, if you remember, I told you, the last time I called in, what the alien, the female alien looked like. It was the same woman, the same ET that had visited me a couple of weeks prior, and I don't remember the whole situation on that about the visit. Only thing I can remember is she was talking to me, and she was telling me that everything was going to be okay. But when the doctors took the X-ray, I got the X-ray here. You can blatantly see on the X-ray that it looks like some sort of a pill type capsule, and it actually looks metallic because you could see through it, and it almost looks like it's got some like type of weird structure on the inside of it. Anyway, I was diagnosed with a rare form of brain cancer, and they tried to remove it because I wanted them to get it out of my head because, like I said, I didn't know what it was, how it got there, or anything. I had an idea, but I wasn't too for sure. And the doctors, they were stumped on it because they couldn't understand, well, how can you have this rare form of cancer and have this thing, sitting just below your skull? They couldn't figure it out, so they wanted to remove it. And like I said, they tried to remove it, and it just basically, from what the doctor told me when I woke up in the hospital, he basically said that it was when they that when he actually saw it, he started noticing it was like dissolving. So it basically dissolved. But it was like when they cut into the pus sac, it was sitting there in the pus sac from what he told me, and then all of a sudden when he tried to pull it out, it started dissolving. But
okay, let me.
thing,
This is maybe part of his design because that's kind of weird. That's definitely bizarre. So this capsule-like thing was showing up in the X-ray. It was hiding in your brain in a pus sac with some cancerous going on, and once it was trying to be removed by the doctor, the thing just dissipated and melted into your brain, and whatever artifact or residue was left basically spread out through your brains and the brain cells.
Yes. And like I said, man, I've been stumped about it ever since it happened, and I haven't been feeling right since. They said that I basically had to relearn how to read, write. I can only watch TV for so long. I get these weird vibration headaches since then. But on another topic, I posted on your Facebook page about the Black Knight satellite. Did you happen to look at that? Look at those two articles I posted on your Facebook page?
Yeah. I've been studying on the Black Knight for quite a while. What's new?
Okay, well, there was a WikiLeaks came out and basically stated that there was leaked footage of it being shot down. And when that information came to me, I can't give you the source of the information, but the information was forwarded to me through a source of mine, and I checked on it, and when I got on YouTube, I noticed that there was a video on it on YouTube through a hacked YouTube channel. The YouTube channel was actually hacked because if you go on the YouTube channel, it shows people like, well, okay, this isn't what this channel's supposed to be. What in the world's going on? And then Disclosed TV came out with an article about it, and then there was another article that came out about it as well. Now, supposedly, the Black Knight satellite in the video, it shows like some sort of a escape pod that shot out after it was supposedly shot down. Now, like I said, I've been trying to research it, man. I've been trying to, get in contact with my source, and I haven't even, ever since he sent me that, I haven't even been able to get in contact with him. It's like he almost went off grid. So I don't know how true that the article is, but I wanted to make you aware of that because, that's one of my main topics is the Black Knight satellite. I share stuff on that all the time on my Facebook page. Like I said, the last time I called in, most of my stuff that I share is either taken off or censored. But another thing I wanted to tell you, too, is after I called your show last Friday, I had another visit, and I was warned. Now, this wasn't the same ET that had warned me. This ET that warned me was a gray, and this gray was about 5 foot tall, big, dark, black, shiny eyes, and I was in my bedroom. It was me and my girlfriend, the kids. We all were home, and I felt these weird vibrations on my body. So, I was like, well, wait a minute, something's not right here. And usually when the female ET visits me, she makes me feel like I'm comforted. But this time I had a very bad feeling. And I got up to come downstairs, and I come outside because I can't really smoke cigarettes in the house because of my son. But anyway, I come outside, and I happen to look up, and all of a sudden there was this bright light. I blacked out. And only thing I could hear the whole time I blacked out was basically I was being threatened to keep my mouth shut. Now, I don't know if it has to do with the Antarctica issue. I don't know if it has to do with the situation that's going on with the Black Knight satellite because, like I said, I've been in communication with a lot of people involved in the situations that's going on in Antarctica.
Sure. I got you. Let me step in. We're looking up your story about the Black Knight being shot down, claims the alien satellite was destroyed. It was reported in the Mirror's Spectrum, and the Mirror is a UK tabloid magazine. And let me tell you, one UK tabloid magazine picks up on another tabloid magazine and another and another. It basically trickles down on there. Third phase moon, we're not published in those tabloids. And maybe because the tabloids really don't want to have people story like the truth that they hear right here at Third Phase Moon, but you got to be cautious about that one. I'm not saying I don't believe in the Black Knight thing, but some of these claims, I want to see it straight from the source from WikiLeaks, because we do a lot of WikiLeaks breaking news. And you kind of got to look around some of the words that they say. Even themselves are trying to put out cryptic messages, in my opinion. So you could have your own theories along with that. But, the Black Knight, some people are saying that some of these photographs, these famous photographs of the Black Knight are like some debris off the space shuttle wing that was floating out there, and they managed to capture some of these images. But let me tell you, it's quite compelling. You just never know. You never know. We all want to find the truth, and we all have our own minds. What do you guys think? Is the Black Knight the real deal? Was it shot down? I want to get your comments below, because that's quite important, your comments. Everybody's got an opinion, and some of it will lead down a path that we're going to find an answer. Stand by, everybody. Blake Cousins, this is Lost in Space by Paul Barrett.
Control, this is Flight. We have a situation here. Control?
Check. Yep, we're back on, and we're doing it again this Friday. Friday night, you're with us, and don't forget, every Monday, same time, everybody, we'll be doing another live radio show, taking your calls from around the world. Let's get to an unlisted caller. These unlisted callers get quite fun. I saw that there was two of them, and one of them bounced out. Call back, man. You were on hold for a while, but we got you. How you doing? Well, okay, if you're there, you got one chance. Unlisted phone number. Speak up.
Vienna sausage.
Are you there? Vienna sausage. Okay. They got to go. They're cooking some Vienna sausage tonight. Not my cup of tea, if you ask me, but anyway. Oh, wow. Okay. That was hilarious. Okay, area code 740. You made it to the show. Hi.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? I just wanted to congratulate you on that movie. I watched that movie like 3 times. It's so good. I like it.
Okay, man.
You know
you're talking about Hangar 52. And,
yes,
yeah, man. Hey, appreciate it.
I love seeing you in action, man. It was so good. I was like, yeah, he's doing good. Yeah, nobody say nothing about it to you yet, about the movie?
Yeah.
Me?
I got you loud and clear. We've got a great response from the people, and we did a revised edit on that thing, and it was a little too long, a little too convoluted. So we let's re-release this thing in its entirety as we did, free to the public, and put out the Hangar 52 movie. And I thought it was a pretty damn good cut.
Yeah, I don't think you should have shortened it. I wanted more. To me, I wanted more. I felt like it should have been at least an hour and 20 minutes. I wanted more. It was good. But yeah, this is the guy who always called you from West Virginia.
Cool, man. Can I ask you a question? Let me just ask you.
Yeah.
What was your most favorite part of the movie?
I had a lot of good parts, like the girl with the dreads. I think.
Well, we all know that. Yeah, she looked pretty good in that bikini shot.
I know. Yeah, she was pretty, but period. She had I don't know. She was good in that movie. And then the guy that played as her brother, I know that's your homeboy. I know he's down there, because I got a couple people that live in Hawaii. Like I got a lot of friends down there, and they know him. You know what I mean? So that was cool.
Absolutely. Guess what? You're talking about Nandi Lampkin, the girl in the dreadlocks. She was a great actress. And guess who's in the house? Orlando Smith just stopped by, and he's with us listening to you complimenting him on his performance on Hangar 52. Quite incredible. You got a question for Orlando? You answer it right here.
Okay, that part when he was running from Agent J, from Agent K, when he was running from Agent K, I loved it. Like how he was going to the back and he ran and got to the side and the guy came around the building and he got away from him. Like all that was cool. Like the script was good. I loved it. And I love y'all, and I love the show, you know what I mean? You know, I call y'all once in a blue, but all y'all did a good job. You did a good job. That kid, oh, my God, that little kid, he did a hell of a job.
Hey, I heard that. Thank you so much for your commentary. It's just, low budget to no budget, doing our best just to, try to create and mixing the themes that are, present with, what I mean, just having fun. So, hey, I appreciate the call, and it's always fun. Much aloha to you and your fam. Aloha.
Yep, and then am I still here? Am I still there?
Yep, you're on.
Okay. Well, I remember I was supposed to send you video and pictures of the stuff I seen in West Virginia. I was wondering if you went to the inbox yet, because I keep trying to do it through the email, and for some reason my phone won't let it. It won't let it pass through. But I inboxed you the stuff. If you go on your site on Facebook, it's in the inboxes. And my name is Michael Brooms. You'll see me. I'm a black guy, so you'll know it's me if you check your inboxes.
All right, Michael.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, Michael. Yeah. We'll take a look, man. We'll take a look. And of course, we need your black. It's so. that was. I want to see your footage. And I appreciate you watching Hangar 52. We might work on the sequel. We might want to work on the sequel. We just got to get that Hangar 52 up to 1 million views before we think about making Hangar 53, because it takes a little bit of work to produce that. And we would love to do it. Trust us. We got good ideas what Hangar 53 would come into. All right, let's. I think I see F1 on the line. F1, how you doing?
Yeah, hey Blake. Yeah, hey, good. I just wanted to. I was hoping to get on a little bit earlier so I could ask a question of people. You know, it's interesting. I watch the pattern. I'm outside every night. It's just the way I am, and I see patterns of the UFOs that I do see on a regular basis. They go to Perseus. Those that know where Perseus is, it's a P that's just usually to the left or the north of the Big Dipper. And I notice that they always go to Perseus or the Big Dipper. And there's times where I'll be out there every other 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and not see the UFOs traveling in the normal direction right to them. They always go there. The question was for the viewers that do see them on a regular basis, do you notice that they go to Perseus and the Big Dipper? And the other thing was, I also notice, and I find this, I'm trying to figure out, there's obviously a correlation. The traffic seems to be very steady every time I was watching I believe the Lyrids, it's a minor meteor shower. There were several meteor showers, minor as far as rate per hour and just the brilliance of them that was going on the other night. And every time there's a meteor shower, when I get it from my app, Meteor Shower Calendar, it's weird. They always are very active with meteor showers. And I would think, why the hell would they do that? Because it seems like to me that it would be more dangerous to travel those paths when there's meteors. But then I thought, well, maybe they're doing it for coverage. And then last night, I saw something I have not seen. And I mean, I see them all the time. When it's going on, it's going on. And I saw one going in the same pattern to the Big Dipper Perseus area from southeast to south to northwest, from southwest to northeast. And as I was watching it, another one was like in my eyes looking at it, it looks like it's 2 feet behind it. And I said, wow, I've never seen them that close together, that close together. I see a couple in 5 minutes, but really weird. So the one in the front was really glowing rather large, and the one behind it was kind of small, and the larger one looked like it was like tracking it. And I said, oh, there must be from the same, whatever, they're the same race, they're going to the same place. I noticed that the larger one started to make maneuvers to close on the smaller one. And as it did that, right almost directly at north from what I'm looking at the very left of the Big Dipper, bottom of the Big Dipper, I saw flashes of light, like light bluish green light come from the bigger one towards the little one. Well, all of a sudden the little one doubled back and it disappeared. It just vanished. And I saw the bigger one going around and trying to look for it, obviously, and it eventually proceeded on. So I was wondering if that's like a war of trying to shoot each other down, because I've never seen that before. So I wanted to report. And you know what's so weird is I know you're all about video, so I went inside to quickly grab my phone, and they both disappeared. And that's almost like that's an unwritten rule for those that are real experiencers, that like you're not supposed to film them. I don't know what, but I just wanted to report that to you.
Yeah, I understand. Sometimes in the heat of battle or what have you, when you're witnessing a UFO in the sky, it's so much of a rush. And thanks for trying to get that video. I could understand it, but maybe you missed out on something. That's why I always say have your cameras ready and have a steady hand, because you never know what you're going to find up in the sky. And if you capture something amazing, you know where to send it, right? This third phase moon, my contact is in the description of every video we upload. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Stay safe. Blake Cousins. We'll see you Monday night.
Third